Hi YouTubers, my name is Kevin and you're watching The Royal We. Now when you experience the trauma of a toxic, abusive relationship, you can walk away from the situation feeling like your entire world has turned its back on you, and that's because it kind of has. But in this video, I want to take your entire world and I'm going to break it down for you into 3 groups of people that you're going to be dealing with. The first group of people is that of collective narcissism. These are the people that you want to stay away from at all costs while you're healing from a toxic relationship. The next group of people are people who are indifferent. Now, these people aren't abusive, but you may want to stay away from them, and I'll share with you why. The third group of people are people who are supportive and are actually here to help you, and these are the people who you need to press into even more during your healing journey. So let's go ahead and look at each one of these groups so you can have a better understanding of why it seems your world is falling apart. Collective narcissism. Who are these people? Well, collective narcissism are the people who have all subscribed to the narcissistic mentality. It's a hive mentality, like a gang, like a mob, like a tribe. These are people who are close to maybe the narcissist that you know, maybe their family, maybe their friends that they've introduced you to. Maybe people that you've met together mutually, but still they lean more on the narcissistic side of the spectrum, meaning they fit things and they have bought into a dominance hierarchy where it's okay for people to be cruel and mean and cold and vicious because that's how you win, right? Now, obviously, these people are not going to be there for you. I know some of you think that you may have made strong connections with some of the family members of the narcissist or some of the friends or some of the mutual people that you've met, but these people were never there for you. They were there because it was convenient. Now, I want you to imagine with me, if you will, a wolf who finds prey and brings it into the wolf's den. And now suddenly there's other wolves that are surrounding this prey and they're all very interested because there's something new in the wolf's den. So they're sniffing around, checking you out. This is the point where you might feel like you're making connections and they like you, but no, they're just checking you out and they're being nice to you because the narcissist has drawn you into that den. But the moment the narcissist attacks you and the abuse begins, you cannot go to the other wolves for help because they're wolves and they're going to start to attack you as well because, again, they share in that hive mentality. They share in that dominance hierarchy, and you are the newbie. You're the low one on the totem pole. You are the prey in the situation. Now, also, in the group of collective narcissism, I'm going to add another type of person, and that's the enabler. Now, the enabler may not be abusive, and there may be more than one enabler, okay? Enablers, all right? But they are a part of the collective narcissism in that they will do damage to you because they will not be able to validate you whatsoever. If you go to an enabler, what you're going to discover is that most enablers have given up all hope of trying to change the abusive behavior of an individual that they know. They're not going to side with you to try to change the narcissist. They've given up hope. So they're under the mentality of, well, they are who they are. You're the one that has the problem. This is the enabler. They basically will tell you, if you present to them the issues that you're facing, they're going to say, we don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen anything. What they're really trying to say is, I know, I see it, but I can't do anything about it. They're not going to listen to me. I've given up a long time ago, and you should give up too. And just accept the abuse for what it is. Accept the narcissists for who they are. That is what the enablers are trying to tell you, and that is just as damaging, if not even more. So all of those in the group of collective narcissism, you need to stay away from completely, go no contact, have nothing to do with them. The more you try to reach out to these people for help or for validation, the more damage it's going to cause you in the long run. Now, let's move on to the group of people who are indifferent. Now, people who are indifferent, this simply means that it's people who you know, who don't know anything about the narcissist, who do not care about the narcissist or the abuse, but they do care about you. Now, what makes them indifferent about the situation is that they just don't know how to help you. They haven't seen the abuse. Or maybe they just don't understand what you're going through. But here's what they know. They care about you, They don't like seeing you upset. And you are acting toxic now because you're upset and you're angry and you're hurt and you want validation and you need it. People who are indifferent don't know how to give that to you. They don't subscribe to that. So they're going to start giving you bad advice. Things like, well, maybe you should just try talking to them. Or maybe you're taking things the wrong way. Or maybe you should just give them another chance. This is from somebody who is indifferent. They don't understand the nature of the abuse. It's not that they side with the abusive people. They're not taking the narcissist side. They may even really care about you. This could be your family. This could be your friends. But what they're saying is, we don't know how to help you, but we're tired of watching you suffer. And you could even potentially drive these people away. They would rather stay away from you completely than to watch their friend or their family member who they care deeply about go through this horrible suffering stage. And that's where you are. And so it's best to not involve these people who are indifferent. They miss the you, the fun, loving, good time you. They don't want to be a part of the drama. They are indifferent towards it. All right? They're waiting for you to heal. I guarantee you. They haven't gone anywhere. They're waiting for you to heal. Now let's talk about the third group. This is the group that you need to press into in order to heal. Who is this group? This group is what you're watching right now. This is the Royal We. This group is in other channels like the Royal We. This is the group that understands the abuse that you've endured. This is the group that understands the change that's taking place in your life. This is the group that is simply here not to be your best friend, not to be anything else other than your support and your help through what you're going through. This is why I take scheduled appointments. This is why I continue to make videos. This is why the Royal We official Facebook support group exists. So you can go on there and you can vent out your issues and you can have a ton of support ready to back you up and focus on that. This is what is helpful towards you. There's a lot of therapists that can't even offer that. Your help is going to come from people who know and understand narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships, probably because they've experienced it and healed from it or are in the process of healing from it. This is the group you need to press into. And then, as your healing begins, I always tell people who I work with one-on-one that it's okay to compartmentalize your relationships. So use the Royal We. Take advantage of scheduling that one-on-one time. And then when we work through your issues, you can go now to the group that's indifferent and you can be the fun-loving person you've always been with them, your family, and your friends. And you don't have to bring the toxicity to their table. You follow me? And you definitely don't need to go back and try to get involved with the narcissists and the toxic people, the collective narcissism, and the enablers. Those people are long gone out of your life, right? As they should be. Now be sure to visit www.jointheroyalwe.com so you can schedule your one-on-one time with me. Also, join us every Monday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for Royal We Live Chat. This is an opportunity for you to talk to other people who are going through exactly what you're going through, and you can call in for free. Also, join me every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. for Royal We Fellowship. The Royal We Fellowship is a biblical look at healing from narcissistic abuse. You can find the link to Royal We Fellowship also down in the description box. And we'll be back with more videos right here on the Royal We.